Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. Oh, again, as always. Oh, just gotta love it whenever you see this kind of stuff happen. So, Charlie's Angels. Don't know if anyone knows. Yeah, apparently it was out last weekend. I don't know if anybody knows about that. But yeah, turned out to be a complete and total flop. But hey, the director, Elizabeth Banks, she's blaming men for that flop. She's saying that it was because of them that this movie failed. Yeah, okay, sure. Of course, they have to play this card. It's the political game. If the men don't go see it, then they're an istrophobe and, you know, they're a terrible person and it's all their fault. So here we go with this little cycle all over again. So let's get into this article by bounding into comics. So Charlie's Angels director Elizabeth Banks blamed men, just like many other people in Hollywood seem to do nowadays, for the film's box office failure nearly a week before the film hit theaters. In an interview with Australia's Herald Sun, Banks spoke on why the film needs to make money and who is to blame if it doesn't. You see, of course, it has to come down to the agenda. If it doesn't succeed, if you don't go watch it, then you're an istrophobe, and of course, if it doesn't succeed, it's a man's fault, which obviously is wrong. It's on the director, but they don't want to take responsibility for their failures. She stated, look, people have to buy tickets to this movie, too. This movie has to make money, she added. If this movie doesn't make money, it reinforces a stereotype in Hollywood that men don't go see women do action movies. Are you sure about that? You ever heard of, I don't know, Wonder Woman? You ever heard of Alita Battle Angel? You ever heard of Terminator 2? You ever heard of Tomb Raider? I guess she hasn't, because, many people enjoy those movies. Just saying. And they were very good movies. I mean, look at Terminator 2, best in the entire franchise. Best Terminator in the franchise. No questions asked. But no, of course, I guess she doesn't take into account all those action movies with female leads that were very successful, mind you. Guess they don't count, do they? It's like they just imagine that action movies with female leads, it's like they act like they never existed. Does anybody ever notice that? These crazy whack jobs think that this never existed. I don't know. Very bizarre. But then, of course, men have to be to blame, because they didn't watch a movie about women. Yeah, okay. Sure. No, they don't watch bad movies. And neither do women. Apparently, there have been women who have responded to this and said that this movie was not good either. I mean, let's be real. Who wanted this movie? Really, who wanted this movie? I mean, the TV show was good. I've seen it. And it was pretty good for what it was. It really was. At its time, it was good. But nobody wanted this. I mean, people are getting sick and tired of reboots anyways. I mean, they really are. Even I can say that Hollywood has no creativity and they just keep rebooting things, and it's dull and bland. It just shows that they are creatively bankrupt at this point.
They'll go and see a comic book movie with Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel because that's a male genre. So even though those are movies about women, they put them in the context of feeding the larger comic book world. So it's all about, yes, you're watching a Wonder Woman movie, but we're setting up 3 other characters, or we're setting up Justice League.
As for why she believes the film needs to make money, it's all about power for Banks, and she wants it. Oh, clearly, I'm sure.
By the way, I'm happy for those characters to have box office success, but we need more women's voices supported with money because that's the power. The power is in the money.
Okay, so here's the thing about this. Look at Terminator 2. Look at Sarah Connor's character. Excellent, strong, independent female character. They want to say that we wouldn't want to see a movie starring a female lead. That movie was excellent. How is this forgotten? Seriously. Terminator 2, by many, is the best in the franchise. And Sarah Connor was the main character. She was a woman. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. And that movie was extremely successful. She would reinforce this view by stating she and those like her need to take control of Hollywood. Oh, good God. Yeah, you pretty much already have control of Hollywood, to be fair. I mean, have you seen all the stuff, all the agendas being thrown into movies nowadays? I mean, look at Ghostbusters 2016, look at Star Wars The Last Jedi. It's terrible movies. Absolutely garbage movies. And, then look at Terminator Woke Fate. Oh, man, terrible movie. That's why Terminator is essentially dead at this point, if you think about it.
That said, we're in charge of Hollywood. We're the stars. We can do it. We have to take control of this. And I feel like I'm part of a new class that feels the same way, like it's our time now.
Yeah, okay. Because, if it's your time now, then we're just going to get more lazy, lousy, terrible reboots with agendas thrown into them and them completely screaming diversity, and it's going to be terrible. It's going to flop. Again, this is another case of Get Woke, Go Broke. This is exactly what this is. This is another case of that. And, that's the thing. People are tired of reboots. People are sick of it. And especially with agendas being thrown into them. And, that's why Ghostbusters 2016 failed. That's why Terminator Dark Fate failed. Because they tried to throw this stuff in there and nobody liked it. Nobody wanted it. And this Charlie's Angels reboot is another example of this. Nobody wanted it and nobody cared. And, this is not Min's fault, as she tries to explain, but this is her not taking responsibility for making a terrible movie. So, typical Hollywood, no surprise there. In a more recent interview with the Wall Street Journal, Banks would also seemingly target superhero movies, this time Spider-Man addressing concerns that audiences are not interested in more reboots. Banks stated,
"You've had 37 Spider-Man movies and you're not complaining? There have only been 7 Spider-Man movies."
Oh boy. I mean, seriously. Spider-Man, that's the thing, it's Spider-Man. I mean, he's a very iconic character, one of the most known heroes in all of Marvel. One of the biggest, in fact. It's kind of a bad comparison, besides, like I said, you had Captain Marvel even. I mean, don't even get me started on that. But it even succeeded in the box office, which Disney had a bit of a hand in that, but get my point. She would then play the victim card stating,
"I think women are allowed to have 1 or 2 action franchises every 17 years. I feel totally fine with that."
Wait. She's an idiot. She's an idiot. Wow. There are tons of movies with female leads for action. Oh God. Oh, the incompetence of these people. Oh my lord. Oh, Elizabeth Banks is so stupid. Oh my dear God. These statements are not the first time Banks has decided to make Charlie's Angels about gender. Oh, good lord. Back in July, the director and actress told Collider that the message of her film was to believe women. Oh, wait, when was the last time I heard that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Monica Rial said that. That's right, during the Vic case. And then, of course, Stephanie Nadolny came forward against Chris Sabat, and then she went on to say, oh, no, you can't believe her, and you don't know the whole story. Yeah, this sounds very familiar, because, oh, right, what do they do? Oh, they contradict themselves. God. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, of course. Believe women is the slogan here.
One of the statements this movie makes is that you should probably believe women. We have as much validity in what we're feeling and how we want to go about living in the world, being in the world, and that was really important to me, that we felt like we had characters that were being taken seriously and given a chance to live their best life.
Oh, man. There have been so many female characters that people love and respect. How do you finally act like there's female characters that people can take seriously when, like I said, Sarah Connor and Laura Croft, for example, people took them seriously and enjoyed their characters. People enjoy their characters this very day. Well, at least Sarah Connor back in Terminator 2, but that's my point. There have been respectable female leads in action. How can you say that people don't take female characters seriously and respect them? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Anybody heard of Princess Leia also? She's also another character that was, respected, enjoyed, loved in the original trilogy of Star Wars. People love her character this very day. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, man. I don't understand the mentality of these people. I really don't get it. She would then detail that she specifically wanted women to go see the film and that they were the target audience.
When we were casting the movie, I wanted really fresh faces. I wanted a diverse cast. It's important that women, the audience for this movie, sees themselves in some part of this movie. I think it's really important. I want the audience to feel a sense of ownership over the film, that they could be in this movie, that they could live in this world. It's a real message. It's a movie that I want to entertain all audiences, but I did want to make something that felt important to women, especially young girls.
It's quite odd that she would complain about men not going to see the film when she specifically noted that women were the audience for the film. See, exactly. So she goes to blame men for the failure of this film, and yet she says that women were the demographic of what she was looking for the audience. Seriously. I mean, she's blaming men when she says that her audience is supposed to be specifically women. How is that men's fault? This is just another person that was a director of a movie that's not taking responsibility for their own failures and throwing it at someone else, and of course that someone has to be men. So men has to be the target for the blame instead of taking the blame and living up to taking responsibility for her own failure. Banks was not the only one to politicize Charlie's Angels. Kristen Stewart referred to the film as woke. Stewart stated,
God, it's so funny. I know if I say this a certain way, I know that this will be written down, but it's not such a bad thing. It's kind of like a woke version.
And guess what? It's more like the broke version, because that's where it's going. Charlie's Angels is currently in theaters. The film made an estimated $8.7 million at the domestic box office and $19.3 million at the international box office for an opening weekend, total of $27.9 million. Ooh, that is not good. Yeah. On a $50 million budget, and that's the worldwide. Oh, that is a big hit. That is not good. Oh. Well, this is what happens when you reboot something and you put an agenda in it. Nobody cares about it. So here's another article from Bounding Into Comics, also with what Elizabeth Banks had to say. So Elizabeth Banks' response to Charlie's Angels' failure at box office, "I'm proud," is what she had to say. Seriously, it's failure. It's something she's proud of. No, you shouldn't be proud of that. Director, actress, screenwriter, and producer of Charlie's Angels, Elizabeth Banks, responded to the film absolutely failing in its opening weekend at the box office. Banks took to Twitter, where she wrote, "Well, if you're going to have a flop, make sure your name is on it at least 4 times." She added, "I'm proud of Charlie's Angels and happy it's in the world." And you see, these people, the SJWs, the problem with them is that they think that falling up the stairs leads to success. They believe that failure will get them somewhere better. And they don't care. And they have this mentality, this woke culture mentality. And the issue with this is it goes to just becoming broke. It just flops, it fails, and they attack everybody. They attack the fans. I mean, even before this movie came out, she attacked people. And that was before the film even came into theaters. I mean, here's this quote here. "The director previously blamed men for a potential box office failure before the film had even arrived in theaters." I mean, seriously, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You were just asking for people to not come see your movie when you attack the fans. You are turning off people. You're turning off the audience. It's going to see a movie if you're going to attack them. And Elizabeth Banks here, instead of taking responsibility for the movie failing, instead she blames it on men when she also then states that her audience is women, in which there are even women who have come out and stated that they weren't interested in this film in the first place. Who is this movie made for? Realistically, who is this movie actually made for? I mean, what's the audience? Like, these people are nuts. They're crazy. They're whack jobs. And, with them thinking failure is going to lead them to success, they can think twice. And, with all these reboots and remakes, people are just getting tired of it. And they are getting really tired of agendas being thrown into these movies and these franchises. But, the good thing is, this is another case of get woke, go broke. And another case of woke culture failing yet again, which is a good thing. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below, and share the video. Let's try to spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.